1, 2, 3, 4. The Jake of all trades.
In this segment, we're going to go one-on-one with a space gunner who has been with us since the very beginning. Both beginnings.
So these are the folks I'm pimping for. This is Jake from SpaceGun.com. And so what's your job for Space Gun? What do you do?
My job is I do the pencils, I do the colors, I do most of the front-end art. I contribute to the writing, I contribute to some of the other ideas and things like that.
So you're like one of those kids in class that sat in the back row, always drawing, their head down, not really pay attention to what's going on, or just like your love for art, just something you want to get into?
I was probably one of the kids in the back of the class, really. I've drawn for a very, very long time, and this is what I want to do. This is what I like doing. We're here doing a sketch or death for some of our biggest fans. Joe in Korea. He gave me the prompt Superman and Cthulhu, or Cthuperman, if as you will. And I just love that idea so much. I've got to do it. So we're gonna go with Cthuperman. I think much more now of it's just something that I kind of have to do. I enjoy it so much that I have to keep doing it. And Space Gun's a great way to promote that and to keep it going.
So Jake, how did you get started with the comic?
Well, my old roommate and now writer of Space Gun sort of pitched the idea to me a couple of years ago. Got into it and said, hey, we could do this. We started it once and it sort of fell through, and a couple of years later met up with Lon, our inker, and put down some money for the site, got a few people other on board to do site design, things like that. That's how it happened.
So from what you're saying, like Space Gun, as we know today, is like Space Gun 2.0. There's like a first project that kind of fell through.
This is technically Space Gun 2.0.
And how did it all fall apart in your hands?
Well, we had another guy on board doing web stuff for that, and it just didn't work out. It was a team dynamic thing that never quite got going. It worked out better later because, we had more time later on, got better people involved, more dedication to it. I think it ended up better, really.
So now the SG crew is like this more cohesive, well-oiled machine of nerdiness?
Yes.
2 times a week?
Oh, yeah. 2 times a week, and we don't miss. Ever. Ever miss. Never miss. We're so committed to that idea, to respect our readers. We want to make sure that, we have a good, stable fan base, and we know what they want. And so when we do start providing that sort of thing for them, it's much more geared towards them. It's something they want to have as much as we want to make it for them.
So now let's talk a little bit about A-Kon and why you're here. Besides just pimping out your comic, what do you think is like the main attraction for you guys to come to A-Kon? Is it to get in touch with your fan base?
It's a great way to meet the fans and to make more. It's a huge market here. There's so many people here, and everyone who's at A-Kon, is at the very least into anime. And if they're into anime, they're already geeks. So if they're one kind of geek, it stands to reason that they're going to like comics too. They're going to like something we deal with or put into our comic.
Okay, so we're back to the comic. Your character Zeke, awfully based off you, your likeness and everything. How much of you is Zeke, and how much of you is just just totally fabricated and made up?
Zeke, I think, is me, a little dumber and a little more excessive, really.
But just as lovable.
Oh, totally. Just as lovable. Although Zeke can't compare to the me. Zeke gets off into his own little tangents and then sort of forgets about other things. We had the one comic, I think it was Didgeridoo, where he gets off on, he's got this didgeridoo and he thinks it's the best thing in the world, and everyone else is just kind of staring at him going, yeah, sure. Try and stop me. Try and stop me. This, sir, is your Cthuperman.
Thank you very much. That is a fine job of destroying my childhood idol.
Awesome.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's great. I had fun. Cthuperman.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
No, it's...
Hey, isn't Cthulhu a bad guy?
Oh, it's very hot.
Next time on SGTV.
Any strange stories from this ACON or past ACONs that you know about that you want to share with us?
3 guys
Having sex in public, which is sort of sad.